Greetings, citizens. Justiguy has arrived, and we have returned to that which binds us. And we've resumed where with Idris apparently after a very chaotic night. So let's see what's up with him. Junk mail, bills, nothing interesting today. Huh? No newspaper today. I guess they forgot to deliver it or something. Not like I'll have time to read it right now. Let's see. We should be here any minute now. We get same old though. We're getting closer by the day. It'll be any day now. Surely it's more frustrating for them than for me. They sure don't act like it sometimes. Come in! Oh god, that scared the shit out of me again. Well, let's not waste any time. Right, sir! Right. We are making some headway this time around. We found some of their higher-ups, and one of our guys is getting really buddy-buddy with them. Okay. Not easily impressed, huh? Well, that's about all I got. We know some of the grunts are walking around more at night, scoping different areas to see which ones are more to attack. Lax. Why? Currently, it seems they're rather divided. Maybe that's not the right word. Not fully joined together might be better. Basically, they're all under the same umbrella, but they all don't want to cooperate or report back to the same people. It means the more outlier groups can get the entire group in trouble with their petty crimes, but it also means that not everyone knows who's really in charge. It's one of the reasons we've been slowed down so much, but we're finally getting through it and to the main group. Main group, eh? How much longer are we talking? Nuts! You know, that's never a thing we can answer. I figure if I ask enough, then maybe I'll get an answer. That's not how this works, sadly. Actually, I could give you an answer, but it'd be me guessing. Yeah, I know. That's all you got for me. One more thing before I go. It looks like a few of their guys have been following this girl around. Thanks. Dots. He walks out the door while I keep to myself. What have I gotten her into? Again. I mean, hey, you can sneak into her room again, fix it. Another boring week at work as usual. At least I wish I could say that. Every week that gets us closer to Christmas just gets more and more hectic. I haven't had a reasonable schedule in weeks, which is why I haven't been able to see him in what feels like forever. Though it's only been about 3 weeks. We keep trying to make plans to go somewhere or just get coffee, but every single time one of us is busy, and it's usually me. My body will be happy when the holidays are over, though my bank account won't. But finally I have the day off, and most of tomorrow morning off too. I could call him and ask him to go somewhere, but where's the fun in that? It's the middle of the day, so we should definitely be at work. Here we are. It's kind of quiet. Maybe he's doing paperwork. He doesn't have a client back there with him, or else I'd hear them, right? Only one way to find out. Oh! I remember that. I saw this before it was colored and stuff. That's neat. Anyway. Toki. Well, that's why it was so quiet. There's no one awake back here. Did he fall asleep doing paperwork? Well, he's almost knocked out. Oh, the poor little guy's almost knocked over some papers. Still, he looks so peaceful. I could see his back lightly moving up and down as he breathes. It's the only noise in here. Seeing him like this, I kinda don't want to wake him up, but I might have to leave. Well, I don't have to wake him up or leave right away, I suppose. I run my fingers through his hair, letting my fingertips brush through the tips of his hair. I don't know why I'm doing this, if he woke up, but I sit a while longer, just taking it in. The sunlight in here makes the room warm and cozy. I might start to fall asleep too. It's warm. Someone's hand moves from my head. Good morning! Did I fall asleep here? Well, afternoon. You know it's past lunch, right? Why are you sleeping this late? For some reason, she's sitting here beside me, not trying to wake me up. You know, you can't talk! But if I did that, it'd be creepy. Well, why are you on my desk? I thought it'd be comfy. I leaned back in my chair and rubbed my eyes, still trying to get fully lucid. What are you doing here? I thought I'd surprise you, but apparently it was too much of a surprise. Oh. That was a yawn. Surprise me with what? Your presence? That is a bit surprising, to be honest. She hits my arm as I move it up again to yawn. What? It just means it's been quite a while since I last saw you. I rub my eyes some more, now trying to avoid looking at her while she's sitting on the desk. It hasn't been that long. It feels like forever. Yeah, it has. It's been almost 2 months. It's barely been 3 weeks. That's almost a month. I raise my hand again to stifle a yawn, but she catches it. Hey. Hey? Take me somewhere. I'm kind of at work and what the hell just... Oh. She pulls my hand closer to her. It easily moves towards her. Since I don't pull back, this is probably why my hand ends up pressed against her lips. I have no choice but to look at her. For a second, she looks surprised, but that look is quickly dashed by a terrible, wicked smirk. Of course, I can't let her have the last laugh. If she wants to sit on my desk, then I stand up and lean over, drawing her hand closer to my lips. It's her turn to act flustered. Now, as I was saying, I've got a lot of work to do, but I suppose I can take a few hours off. Where did you have in mind? She's still flustered, but our faces are too close for her to try to look away. Her face is turning red. I can feel her light breath on my hand. Well, wanna go to the aquarium? Aquarium? Yeah, that'd be relaxing, right? Sure. I lean forward a bit more. Ready to go then. Yeah. I pull her off the desk and let go of her hand. She takes a... to compose herself. Okay, let's go. Great. Let me just get my keys. Keys? Yeah, how else are we gonna get there? Oh, alright. She starts fidgeting as I grab my wallet and keys. Here we are. We walk a grand total of 15 feet from his door to find his car. A maroon, newer-looking sporty car. Acting like a chauffeur, he opens my door and waves for me to sit down. After you, madame. At least he didn't say my lady. He quickly sits down in the driver's side and we're off. Bunnies are cute. I bet the pet store has some right now. My attempts to distract myself in being in the car come to a crashing... Why did I use that word halt as he goes over a bump in the road a little too fast? In hindsight, it was a tiny road bump, but my nerves were on a max. It's hard to say why, really. I rode in this car before. Maybe I really was so shocked from that night, my brain didn't process the ride to his apartment. I gripped the door handlebar harder. You alright? Yeah, I'm just... There's no point in hiding it from him. It's not like it's a huge secret. I got into a car accident a year ago when I was sitting in the passenger side. I guess I'm still nervous when I get into cars. He reaches over and pats my hand. That's exactly what I want, him to take his hand off the wheel right now. That just makes me feel so much better. It's alright. I'll try not to wreck us today. I promise. He doesn't look at me when he says it, instead furrowing his brows. I don't say much for the rest of the car ride. I just keep looking out the window. The aquarium. I haven't been here in years, not since high school. The place is usually reserved for elementary school field trips, but it's big enough to barely run into most of the groups of kids. I hardly recognize the place. It underwent several renovations years ago in order to stay cool and current. Now they boast floor-to-ceiling cases full of almost everything in the ocean. We walk inside towards the main tanks. Well, impressed yet? This isn't exactly the first place I would have pictured you taking me. I figured I'd pick somewhere out of the way, one you'd never expect. You got that right. He walks over to one tank and watches the fish. To be honest, I'm happy enough just watching him. This is about as close as you'll get to the beach here without traveling for a few hours. It's too cold for the beach anyway. Yeah, unless you spent half a day going south. There's some pretty fish in here. And some weird ones. You know, when I was younger, my mom and I would sometimes go to the pet store just to look at the animals. They always had a ton of tiny fish, all bright and colorful, so that you'd want to buy them. I'm pretty sure they didn't develop those colors just so you'd take them home. I meant that they only sold colorful ones so that you'd want to buy them. Oh, anyway, they would have other pets too on certain days, like rabbits and sometimes puppies, but we always had to leave before seeing them all. Kitties were always on the very last of the list. I'm sure they appreciated you looking at them from afar. I nod, we walk down the lane. As we do, the ceiling gives way to reveal a massive tank surrounding us. Isn't this kind of like a reverse tank? What do you mean? Like, doesn't it look more like we're the fish? Huh. Oh, look! A shark! That can't be a real shark. What else is there? I mean, wouldn't it just eat everything in the tank? That wouldn't be a great field trip for kids. Mommy, why is there a red cloud in the tank? Maybe there are docile sharks. Sure. We walk down the tube... We walked down the tube tank thing some more. In the lobby, there were kids running around, but here there's mostly silence mixed in with the occasional, wow. The kids that are in here are glued to the glass, wanting to see every square inch of the miniature ocean. However, there is one poor girl who is slowly walking in the dead center of the carpet, terrified that it might all collapse on her. I gently pointed her to Idris. That was me the first time I went up a skyscraper. Ha! Really? Yeah, the elevator ride wasn't the smoothest, and we had to go up 100 flights before we reached the roof. Once we got there, I wouldn't get out of the room while everyone else went to the balcony to look out. God, I'm right there with you. Jesus, don't even thinking about that. Oh, God, I'm not scared of heights typically, but the elevator freaked me out too much. Aw. Where was it? I barely remember. I think it was somewhere in D.C. You mean outside? Yeah, outside the city. I was really young when we went. Have you ever been into Washington? The district, I mean? Nope. I've only left the state a handful of times. Used to be too broke to travel. Now that I've got money, I'm too busy. Isn't that how it always is? You don't have enough money, so you get another job and/or to work overtime to get more money. But then you're too busy to use the money because of all the work you've gotten yourself into. I guess it's a good problem to have. Not really, if you ask me. You haven't been desperate enough, then. Nope, sure haven't. But if you work too much without taking time for yourself, you'll just work yourself to death. True. So you think I should start working less? Maybe. What would you be doing right now if I hadn't come by to rescue you? Working. See? That's just normal business hours. Are working past dinner time is normal business hours too? That's only a few days every week. I just can't stop working altogether. I didn't say that. Alright, I just can't cut back my hours like that. Why not? Some of my clients wouldn't like that. So? So? Make them work around your schedule. It doesn't work like that. Sure it can! He sighs and rubs his temples. No, it can't. I don't even get to nagging on my work hours. I don't know, but while we're still on it... Nope, subject change. Instead of properly changing the subject, he starts to walk further down the tube. Hey, wait! I catch up to him. It's rude to run off and leave your date behind, you know? Date? He looks shocked at the very notion. I don't know what's making me more mad. The fact that his subject change was to walk away or the look on his face right now. Alright, what am I then? He gets a puzzled but still shocked look on his face. Hey, look! A stingray! He starts to quickly walk away, but only gets 2 steps in before I pull him back. Nope. I want an answer, plain and simple. Plain and simple, eh? Alright, I guess this is a date. That doesn't sound very convincing. Well, I didn't even know you wanted to consider us dating. How was I supposed to know? I don't know, maybe open your eyes? Alright, so I'm an idiot. What else is new? Yes, you are. He closes the space between us and hugs me. I hold on to his jacket. A family walking by makes us realize how awkward this is, and we part. Well, shall we continue? Well, I don't know. Will we? Will he? Will they? Will she? We'll have to find out next time, because my voice is giving out on the last That Which Binds Us, because until then, I'm afraid that this is farewell!